all began with the discovery of the All-Fire and the secret of the Convocation. 13 mages, blinded, driven by the greed for divine power, and under the bondage of the Circle, their armies unleashed death and destruction. Bonded with the power of ancient runes, cursed to eternal life and eternal death. Until the last day of the old era had dawned.
So have you come to witness the day of my ultimate triumph, poor old man?
No. To witness your downfall. You cannot win. The Convocation is a lie. It will destroy all of us.
So... You shouldn't have come. You really think I care a fig for your whimpering?
Tahira! Rowan sent us. He needs the power of the Rune Warriors. The Northern Realms are in danger.
Rowan knows I will never serve a Circle Mage again. My powers are exhausted. I have seen quite enough misery and bloodshed. Rowan will have to look for somebody else.
That's why he sent us. A very special rune lies concealed somewhere in these lands. We're here to search for it. But we were attacked and Lev is wounded. He needs your help. We need your help.
Then I hardly have any choice. Very well. I will help you. Where is Lev?
I lost sight of him somewhere behind the gate there. I hope he's still alive. These damned orcs.
I'll look for him. You stay here by my hut.
Thank you, Tahira. It's good to have you back with us.
Welcome to the world of SpellForce. In this prologue, we will explain the game to you. Let's start with some general information. The name of the main character. Now select your avatar by clicking on Tahira in the game world. Very good. You can move the view with either the cursor keys or with the mouse by holding down the right mouse button. You can also adjust the view by moving the mouse point. You can select move Tahira down the path to the east and through the open stone gate to the bindstone, a large boulder, by clicking the right mouse button next to it. The bindstone offers the avatar an opportunity to connect his rune with this place. Should he perish, select the bindstone with a click. At the bottom edge of the screen, you will find the action bar. A new symbol for activate this bindstone should have appeared there. Click on that symbol. The bindstone will light up and is in the lower. The dots continue along the path to the east. SpellForce offers you to change by now. Now change to the third-person perspective by zooming in closer. This is only possible if your avatar is inside the field of view. In the third-person perspective, if you follow the path in third-person perspective toward the east to the next stone gate. You can change back to the normal isometric view with the mouse wheel. An enemy goblin is lurking. Select your avatar and click with the right mouse button on the goblin. Your avatar will attack the goblin. As soon as he has been defeated, we will continue.
We're under attack.
The goblin's corpse will light up, which indicates that he was carrying an object with him. You can now take possession of this object. Take up a position close to the dead goblin and click on the corpse with the right mouse button. You can then see what object the goblin had with him on the left-hand edge of the screen. Click on the shield to take it with you. It will be automatically added to your inventory. The shield increases your avatar's armor class when you are carrying it. To open your inventory, click on the backpack symbol in the action bar, which can be found on the bottom of the screen. A window will open, and on the left you can select the different categories of your inventory. Click on the ring symbol, which stands for equipment. On the left, you now see the onion. To equip your avatar with the shield, you must first pick it up with the mouse. Click on the shield and then click on the free section for the left hand beside the torso. Now close the inventory with a click on the backpack or the check mark in the lower right of the window, or by simply pressing I again. In the upper left-hand corner, you can see a clickable portrait of the avatar. We call these buttons portrait buttons. The green bar in the portrait indicates the character's The blue. Follow the path through the next stone gate until you have reached the wounded leg.
Stay with me, men. The lines must hold.
If someone offers you a dialogue, select your avatar, approach Lev, and click on him with the right mouse button to begin the dialogue.
I should have stuck with my books. I hope you haven't forgotten your healing arts, Tahira. Help me. Please heal me. I should have stuck with my books. I hope you haven't forgotten your healing arts, Tahira. Help me. Please heal me.
You have a healing spell at your disposal. If you wish, the simplest possibility is offered by the click and fight system. To use this, select Lev. Under your avatar's portrait button, all meaningful actions for the selected target will appear. The blue hand is the symbol for the healing spell. Click on the symbol to heal Lev. The click and fight system can be used in the same way to launch damaging spells or melee attacks on hostile targets. As soon as you select an enemy unit, appropriate the alternative. Speak to Lev again.
I thank you, Tahira. Without you, I would have been lost. I thank Aonir that Kaele found you.
What happened anyway? You're seeking a rune?
Yes, a special rune. Rowan is certain it must be somewhere in the ruins of Ankbrand. But the ruins are just swarming with orcs. We had to flee. Only Joshua managed to hide. Kaele knew where your house was. That's why we fought our way through to you. Please, you must help us.
All right. I will fetch your rune. You stay here and recover for a while.
As you command. Take good care, Tahira. Here, this spell scroll. I captured it from one of the orcs. Maybe it will be of some use to you. Keep following the trail. Perhaps you'll run across Joshua somewhere. May the gods grant that he is still alive. Thanks for healing me.
You have received additional experience.
Thanks for healing me.
Once you have, when you do, next you open your inventory and click on the symbol for spell book. On the left, you will see the inventory for magic spell scrolls. On the right, you'll click on the scroll in the inventory to place it on the mouse pointer. Then click any free space in your spellbook. You now have transferred. Learn the Fireball magic spell by clicking on the Fireball symbol in your spellbook, and then click on any free space in your magic memory. Now close your inventory. Follow the path until you see the Minotaur. Use the Fireball spell to defeat the Minotaur.
It's an ambush! It's an ambush! Moon warriors, stand by me! Stay with me, man. Rune warriors, stand by me. Enemies beware. Rune warriors, stand by me. Stay with me, men.
Many creatures are partially or completely resistant to specific types of magic. Behind the next gate, a fire elemental creature awaits for you. This creature is completely resistant to your fire magic. Continue along the path. Try to use your magic spell against the fire elemental creature. If a creature has resisted a magic spell, you will see white bouncing sparks. After this, defeat the fire elemental creature in close combat.
Rune warriors, stand by me. Stay with me, men. Enemies beware.
The fire elemental was carrying a hero's rune and 4 objects. Take possession of these. Beside your main character, the heroes to summon, open your inventory and go to the category Rune board. On the left side, you will see your currently unused runes, and on the right, the runes entered in the Rune board. In the upper half of the rune table, you will find the spaces for the hero's runes. Depending on which level your avatar has, you can apply up to 5 runes at once. Click on the rune of the hero and place it in one of the empty fields of the rune tablet located at the top. Now you will have to arm the hero. You should have received a bow, a dagger, and 2 pieces of armor. Go into the inventory and select the category Equipment.
At your service.
On my command.
On the right side of the window, you will now see
orders?
2 portraits. Select the lower portrait and give your hero the 4 new objects from the left side of the inventory. The bow must go into his left hand. That's the space on the right-hand side. If your avatar or a hero cannot use an object, it will be marked with a red background. Close your inventory. Follow the path to the Great Monument. This is the Hero's Monument. Go right up to the Hero's Monument, select it, and click on the rune symbol in the action bar. Aside from the Hero Monument, The symbol of a hand appears in the selection window. You can inform yourself of the rune power of your avatar. Every time you call upon a hero, now you can summon the hero. Select the monument and click on the symbol for the hero in the action bar. After a few seconds, the hero should appear.
Ready and able.
A second portrait button for your new hero should now appear in the upper left. You can now command the hero. If you want to select several units simultaneously, you can now follow the path further toward the south. You have a fight with the undead. Together with your hero, you can win. Use your magic and defeat the undead.
Onwards, warriors! Yes. Understood. Right away. For the light. To the river of souls. An enemy attack. Hold on, men. Send them to the river of souls. Close the ranks. Right away. On my way. On my way. Very well. Very well. Very well. Right away. On my way. Reinforce the defenses. At your service. Will be done. Onwards, warriors! On my way. An enemy attack! For the lights!
Well done. One of the undead was carrying a valuable gem. Take it along with you.
I shall not fail.
Should you want to further test your fighting skills, turn north here. Otherwise, follow the path farther towards the south.
On my way. On my way. Understood.
Follow
my
the path
command.
until you find the merchant. Merchants can be identified by the rotating coin above their heads. You can buy and sell all kinds of objects from a merchant. Go up to the merchant and speak to him by clicking on him with the right mouse button. A window will appear with the merchant's menu. On the left of the menu, you will see your objects, and on the right, the merchant's objects. Your available money, 100 objects you want to sell. Select the lowermost symbol to open the category Quest and Value Objects. Click on the gem. The object you are offering will be marked green, and in the middle you will see the price the merchant wants to pay. Click on Sell. Now you can buy something else with the money. Click on the Rooms category and purchase the Human Worker Room. Conclude the trade by clicking on the check mark on the lower left in the window or by pressing the Escape key. Open your inventory, select the category Room Board, and place the Human Worker Room in the slot with the human portrait on the lower left of the room board. Close your inventory. Follow the path to the bindstone. Select the bindstone and activate it using the action bar. Should your character perish, you will not have to repeat the whole journey. You can travel from one bindstone to another bindstone you have already activated. You can try this out now if you want. When you are done, follow the path to the human monument. Speak to Joshua, the man directly beside the monument.
Tahira, so the others found you?
Yes, they're all well. Were you able to find out where the rune is, Joshua?
In the orcs' camp. I think it is in possession of their leader. Be careful, those beasts are tough. You'll have to prepare yourself well. Once you've conquered them, bring the rune to me. I will turn it over to Master Rowan.
You should now have received a quest. Open your inventory and select the quest book page.
You must kill the leader of the orcs. Bring the rune to me as soon as you found it. You must kill the leader of the orcs. Bring the rune to me as soon as you found it.
In the middle of the window, you have received the... When you hold the... Close your inventory. Go to the monument, select it, and click on the room symbol in the action bar. The moment you occupy a worker monument, you can now... The worker will appear in a couple of seconds.
Yes?
You may also click the symbol several times to order more workers. Produce at least 5 workers.
Here I am.
When you have selected the monument, you will see numbers indicating your population limitations below. The upper number indicates how many workers of this race you currently
Let's
have,
get cracking then.
and the maximum number you are allowed to have.
Ready to go.
At present, you can produce up to 20 workers. The maximum number of workers increases when you construct larger headquarters.
Yes? Here we go.
On the upper
Ready
right,
to
you
go.
will now find a portrait for human workers. The number indicates how many human workers are currently not doing a job. You can select a free worker with a click on the portrait button. Workers can collect different resources depending on their race.
Your orders?
Human workers can chop trees, collect stone, or mine ore. To the left of the monument, you will find a stone quarry, and to the right, an ore deposit. The next forest is located to the west.
Yes?
To have workers collect a resource,
problem.
select one or more workers and then
On my
click with the
way.
right mouse button directly on a tree, a stone, or an ore
Ready to
deposit.
go.
Only workers may figure
Very
in this
well, off I
selection.
go.
On the top edge of the screen, you will see the amount of resources you
Building
already have
completed.
acquired. You can use resources to construct buildings or summon combat units to a monument. Select workers and send them with the right mouse button to chop down trees, collect stone and mine ore until you have at least 50 units of each of these three basic
Building
resources.
completed. Ready to go. Master of the Rune? As good as done. Building completed. Yes? As good as done.
Very good. You now have sufficient resources to
I
construct your
am.
first buildings.
No problem.
Select a worker and click on the building symbol in the action bar. A selection of buildings will appear.
Building completed.
Click on the woodcutter hut and select a
At your
site in the
service.
game world near the forest to start construction by clicking the left mouse button.
Master of the Rune?
The selected worker will now begin to erect the building. You can select additional workers and send them to the construction site with the right click, should you want construction to progress faster.
Building completed. Here I am. Let's get cracking then.
Now select some other workers and build a quarry near the stone resources and a mine near the iron. In each of these resource buildings, when you select those workers, wait until all three buildings are finished. Should construction work fail to continue on a building, this means you have mistakenly removed all the workers from the construction site. Now your resources should increase much faster. Keep an eye on the individual stocks and, if necessary,
Here we go.
assign your workers to other jobs. In order to recruit a larger army, you will need food. In the area surrounding your base, you will find a number of animals. Build a hunting
Building
lodge to
completed.
gather food. Additionally, construct a small headquarters so that you will have up to 30 workers at your disposal.
Here we go. Building completed.
You can send up to 5 workers to the hunting lodge to collect food. The flag, now you should do something to defend your settlement. Build 2 towers in the area around the stone slabs, as enemies might come from this direction.
Let's get cracking then. Break's over, time for work. Building completed. Building completed. Yes?
Eyes open, sword ready, sir!
Destiny awaits.
Building complete. Building completed.
Awaiting your
Some
order.
goblins are attacking your settlement. You will soon hear an alarm signal and see a red symbol on the overview map indicating the site of the attack. Defend your ground with the avatar. Excellent. The attack has been thwarted. By the way, whenever you can not only now it is time to build an army. Firstly, you will need to construct a forge.
Eyes open, sword ready, sir!
Weapons and armor for battle units will be manufactured in this forge. If you have several forges, you can reduce units faster. Battle units are also summoned to human monuments. Select the human monument and summon at least 3 recruits and 3 scouts.
Right away, sir.
If you are unable to produce units, you will find text marked in red in the help window, which specifies the reason why, for example, a missing or unoccupied building, or insufficient resource. The orcs have their own scouts always on the lookouts for enemies. If one of these scouts discovers your settlement or your warriors, he will return to his headquarters and sound the alarm. A scout is about to discover your settlement, which is shown by a yellow symbol appearing on the overview map. Destroy the opponents before they can get away. You may not be attacked now. The enemy headquarters will eventually notice the missing scout and start searching for him. You have, however, to produce a larger army, you will need larger quantities of food. Select your human monument. The lower numbers in the selection window inside the headquarters buildings, you can use food to increase the maximum size of your army. Select your small headquarters building. In the action bar below, you will now see a symbol. When you increase the maximum number of combat units to at least 20 units by clicking the symbol twice. If the symbol is darkened, your hunters have not acquired sufficient food, and you will have to wait a while. With the small headquarters, you can support them if you produce additional scouts and recruits and destroy the orc camp in the east. Secure more resources and ensure you have sufficient food.
shall not fail.
On my way. Onwards, warriors!
Fortify the defenses.
Ready and able, the glory of Aonir!
They're attacking.
You cannot search corpses or chests when enemies are near. There is a chest in the orc camp. Stand close to it with one of your characters, and you will be able to open the chest by clicking with the right mouse button. Take possession of both plans. You have just found the construction plan for a new building, and the unit plan for the human unit clerics. Open your inventory and go to the plans page.
Yes? Your orders? No problem. I'm on it.
Here you have an overview of which building and unit plan. Place the unit plan in a free space among the units in the lower line.
Building completed.
Forwards.
Eyes
You can now
open,
produce
sword
this
ready, sir.
unit at your human monument, provided you have the place the building plan in an empty slot on the line of building icons. The first line may be full, so you might have to press the right arrow. Now your workers are able to construct the Temple of Light. Close your inventory. If you want to summon human units with simple, put up an Arya shrine near the Arya Spring and the Temple of Light in your main settlement.
Yes,
To select
sir.
this building, you must click on the pointer on the right of the building selection. Up to 5 workers can work in
Now.
the Arya shrine and collect Arya. The Temple of Light serves to invoke units with magic powers, comparable to the forge for weapon production. Several temples allow you to invoke magic units more quick. If you select, besides, produce at least 3 clerics. Should you be unable to produce the unit, the button will be darkened. In this case, move the mouse over the button and follow the instructions in the help window. In case you already have the maximum number of units.
For the glory of Aonir! for the light! Understood. For the glory of Avenir! Send them to the River of Souls! Upgrade complete. A new skill is available.
The next thing we want to do is gear up iron production a little. Put up a smelting works as close as possible to your mine building. The mine craftsman will now deliver the mined ore to the
Eyes
smelting
open,
works,
sword ready, sir.
where it will be processed further. This means you will now
Eyes
receive
open,
the
sword
double
ready,
quantity
sir.
of resources per delivery.
Yes.
Simple workers can only deliver their resources to headquarters and monuments. All the craftsmen can deliver their
Break's
iron
over,
ore
time
to a
for work.
smelting works, their wood to a sawmill, their stones to a stonemason's hut, or their food to a storehouse. Build a food storehouse.
Building completed.
When the food storehouse is finished, you can use food to regenerate the life points and mana reserves in your summoned units. This is especially important if you summon several magic units.
An ambush!
Your avatar and your heroes, by the way, regenerate themselves without food. Summon at
Ready
least
to fight, sir.
15 combat units. If you follow the path past the orc camp farther to the east, you will arrive at an enemy lookout. As soon as it makes sight contact, it will alarm its headquarters.
Awaiting your orders.
Advance with your
shall
avatar,
not
the hero,
fail.
and at least 15 combat units to the
Here.
east. As soon as the lookout has discovered you, a yellow warning signal will appear on the overview map.
Destiny awaits.
The orcs have been alerted to your presence and will send out an assault wave to confront you.
Understood.
Destroy the orcs and their camps.
Moving out.
Right away.
Ready to fight, sir. Right away, sir. Ready for action. On my way. Yes, sir. Understood.
On my command. Here. For the order.
Waiting your order.
On my command.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shall not fail.
For the light!
Congratulations. If you now look in your quest book, the leader of the orcs was carrying the rune. Loot the corpse and take the rune if not already done so. Now go back to Joshua at the human monument and talk to him.
Eyes
I'm
open,
ready.
sword ready, sir.
Let's go.
Eyes open, sword ready, sir. Understood. Securing the area. On my way. Securing the area. Ready for action. On my way. Yes, sir. Understood. Ready to fight, sir. Right away, sir. Ready for action. Right away, sir. Eyes open, sword ready, area. Sir. Ready for action. All right. Yes, sir. Understood. Ready to fight, sir. All right. Sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Awaiting your orders. Right away, sir. Awaiting your orders. Awaiting your orders. Moving out. Ready to fight, sir. Right away, sir. Ready to fight, sir. Securing the area. Ready for action. All right. Eyes open. Understood. Sword ready, sir.
Ready to Understood. Go. At your service. All right, then. Your orders? No problem.
By Zarek's accursed eyes, the rune, you did it! Even if I can barely stand to look at a rune warrior, nobody else could have managed that feat. Master Rowan will be relieved.
You have received additional experience points and go into the category Character Information. On the right of the window, select Distribute the new attribute points, for example, for Strength or Wisdom. To do this, click in the window on the small arrows directly beside the numbers of the attributes. The individual attributes stand for. Now distribute the new skill points. Click on New Skills and select Light Combat. Distribute the second point wherever you like by clicking on one of the small arrows beside the skill. Due to your improved skills in light combat, you will find this melee combat skill in your spellbook. Transfer Berserk to your magic memory. Close your inventory. Combat abilities and some magic spells are not cast at a target. Test the Berserk ability by selecting your character and clicking the symbol below in the action bar, or above left on the portrait. When you trigger the Berserk ability, now speak to Joshua again.
It's slowly getting to be time for me to head out. It was good to fight by your side again.
Come along. I'll accompany you to the portal.
Zerba, have mercy. With us
That will be interesting.
Fortify the defenses.
Rowan.
Fortify the defenses.
Master Rowan. One moment later, you would have been lost.
Do you have the rune?
Tahira salvaged it from the ruins. Here it is.
Tahira, thank you. You have.
Served you well?
I can understand your fury. Believe me, it was worth it. This rune is the key to our future and past. But I don't want to bother you any longer. Live in peace, Tahira. We will not meet again.
Farewell, Tahira.
Map through the magic portal, or follow the path
Sir.
to the south,
Yes, sir.
where further opponents are waiting along with some useful hints which you don't necessarily need for the first maps. By clicking on the options in the top right, you can save the current game at any time. Go west of the portal to leave the map, or follow the path to the south to find more useful hints. Now speak to Joshua again.
Ready for action. All right. All right. Understood.
It's slowly getting to be time for me to head out. It was good to fight by your side again.
Come along. I'll accompany you to the portal.
Zerba, have mercy. Will this never end?
That will be interesting.
Rowan. Would have been lost.
Do you have the rune?
Tahira salvaged it from the ruins. Here it is.
Tahira, I thank you. You have...
Served you well?
I can understand your fury. Believe me, it was worth it. This rune is the key to our future and past. But I don't want to bother you any longer. Live in peace, Tahira. We will not meet again.
Farewell, Tahira.
Through the magic portal, or go west of the portal to leave the map, or follow the path to the south to find more useful hints. Whenever you see a statue, you will receive some tips and hints from different areas of the game.
For the rune!
Now speak to Joshua again.
Yes, sir. On my way. Understood. Right away, sir. Awaiting your orders. Understood. Ready to fight, sir. Right away, sir. Awaiting your orders. Securing the area. Eyes open, sword ready, way. Sir. Yes, sir. Securing the area. Sir. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. Understood. Ready to fight, sir. All right. Sir. Yes, sir. Understood. Ready to fight, sir. Right away, sir. Ready to fight, sir. On my way. Awaiting your orders. Securing the area. Ready for action. On my way. Eyes open, sword ready, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Ready to fight, sir. Right away, sir. Awaiting your orders. Moving out. Ready for action. Right away, sir. Eyes open, sword ready, on my sir. Way. Ready for action. All right. Ready to fight, sir. Awaiting your orders.
It's slowly getting to be time for me to head out. It was good to fight by your side again.
Come along. I'll accompany you to the portal.
Zerba, have mercy. Will this never end?
That will be interesting.
Rowan. We would have been lost.
Do you have the rune?
Tahira salvaged it from the ruins. Here it is.
Tahira, I thank you. You have...
Served you well?
I can understand your fury. Believe me, it was worth it. This rune is the key to our future and past. But I don't want to bother you any longer. Live in peace, Tahira. We will not meet again.
Farewell, Tahira.
Through the magic portal, or follow the path to the south, where go west to the portal to leave the map, or follow the path to the south to find more useful hints.
Right away. Understood. Twill be done.
I'm ready. Attack.
Whenever you speak, you will receive some tips and hints from different areas of the game. When you travel through a portal from one country, you lose all the hints you previously found to bring the point in time you want to move on.
For Aonir.
Right away, sir. Awaiting your order. Ready for action. Fortify the defenses.
When you would like to rotate a building to the other side, press the
Never
control to rotate the building to the left or to the right. By holding down the Control key and selecting a unit, all the other units of this type in the surrounding area will also be selected.
Eyes open, sword ready, sir.
This function can also be used with the portrait buttons of the avatar, the heroes, or the groups. Hold down the Shift key and select one or more units to add units in order to add or remove them from the current selection. This function can also be used
Awaiting
with
your
the portrait
orders.
buttons of the avatar, the heroes, or the groups. If you hold down the portrait and hit Y indicate when scouting level at the final point, the units will stop. You can use this method to send your units around an enemy camp without having to change their directions over and over again.
Master of the Rune? Yes? Ready to go. Master of the Rune?
Right away, sir.
Many characters have dialogues and orders that concern the main quest. Other characters are only important for so-called side quests. You can recognize the characters for the main quest by the large exclamation mark above their heads. You will need to talk to these characters in order to solve the main quest successfully. So-called side quests are optional. You don't have to solve them, but they do offer you a number of
Engaging the
benefits
enemy.
and adventures.
Engaging the enemy.
beside the inventory symbol at the bottom right, when you select several units, generally it is more comfortable to use convenient function for standard formations. As soon as you have formed a formation, 3 additional symbols appear for the standard formations: circular, semicircular, and ranked. You can resort already used plans of buildings and units, magic spells in your spell book, and also learned magic spells in the magic memory at any time.
Right away.
To do this, open your inventory and, for instance, first click on one magic spell and then the second one. As the buildings and magic spells in the action bar are shown in the same order, as they are sorted in the buildings menu or magic memory, to provide a better overview, the view direction is automatic. You can use the delete and the view. You can use the home key to return the view to the north.
Ready to fight, sir.
For the rune!
You can order your own units to follow someone. This is especially useful when you want to move with other units in the third-person perspective. To do this, select the desired units, then press the Shift key and click with the right mouse button on the target. The resources in SpellForce regenerate in the course of time. It can thus be wise to leave 1 or 2 craftsmen at an exhausted Aria Spring or a mined ore deposit. The mightiest combat unit you have at your disposal is the Titan. Each race has its own Titan. To create a Titan, you must first construct the large headquarters of the appropriate race. You can only have one Titan. On the side of light, you can build settlements not only with humans, but with elves and dwarfs. There are also 3 dark races available: orcs, trolls, and dark elves. In SpellForce, you will often build a settlement with when a normal go-to command is issued, the units will ignore enemies on the top and only start to defend themselves as soon as they reach the destination. You can hold down the control key, give the go-to command to your own units with the right mouse button. In this case, they will attack enemies along the way.
That way.
I shall not fail.
Understood. Call the guards. At your service. Understood. Off to work. All right. Under attack. That way. On my way. Sort yourselves.
Here. For the order.
Yes, that way. On my way.
Certain magic spells allow you to call upon so-called servants, who are loyal to the mage. However, these servants cost the mage a certain amount of mana as time passes. It leads to a slower regeneration of mana, or even a constant loss. The mage has lost all of his mana
Fortify the defenses. Yes, sir. Engaging the enemy. Yes, sir. Securing the area. All right. Fortify the defenses. Waiting your orders. On my way. Securing the area.
When you have selected several units, you can, this method is highly convenient if, for instance, you want to remove specific units from combat or heal wounded units very quickly with click and fight. You will find a monument symbol in the action bar. When you click on it with the left mouse button, you can quickly select your monuments one after another and reduce units without movement. When you click on monument symbol with the right mouse button, then view will focus on the You can build some buildings at the start of the game. Others require the destruction of several. You will find a couple of instructions in the special book. Some units require special buildings. Aside from the necessary resources, some units need further special buildings. You will find the appropriate ones the more often you have a certain pleasure. The less experience points you earn. You earn a lot more points when you defeat new enemies. For the click and fight system.
Sir! Yes, sir!
Here.
You can retroactively remove or change units that have been queued for summoning at a monument. To do this, select the monument and click on the unit currently under production in the selection window, or on units in the waiting line to remove them.
I shall not fail. Quickly now. Let's go. To adventure.
Welcome back, my friend. I know your memory is paled. 8 years is a long time. Many things have happened. The war is over, but its consequences were terrible. The convocation has shattered the countenance of our world. Since then, I've tried to retain whatever is left over from this world. But now I have a feeling of time closing in. The circle is closing, and these lands need a protector. May the power of the ruin reawaken with you. But this time, You should not be the slave of someone else's will. This rune is the scourge on which your soul was forged. Wear it now yourself, and be the master of your own decisions.
I'm free.
Master Rowan, the Orders sent me with an important message. Something's happening at the Wildland Pass. Creatures made of black steel. They are breaking into the Northlands.
The Iron Ones have come. So, it has now begun.
You must set out at once.
Indeed. I will go see Darius. You, my friend, should gather your strength first and arm yourself. Follow the messenger to the town of Greyfell. When you get there, speak to my friend Sartarius. He will give you your instructions. He belongs to the Order of Dawn. Good luck. We'll meet again when I return, Rune Warrior.
By the gods! He really called a Rune Warrior!
I can hardly remember. How do I get to that city, Greyfell?
Follow the path through the rocks. I'll go with you. But let's be careful. The mountain goblins are in an uproar.
Iron is light. Welcome to the Northern Realms.
What kind of place is this here?
This is the Shadow Pass. It leads through the mountains to our capital city, Greyfell, the seat of the House of Wulfgar.
How do I get to Greyfell?
Just follow this trail. You can't miss it. But keep your eyes peeled. This land isn't called the Shadow Pass for nothing. Should you get into trouble, then run back here. We will know how to defend your life.
Has the old man gone off?
As you predicted, my lord. He will move on to the Wildland Pass.
Good. The snare is slowly beginning to close. He will never return from there.
What will happen with the Rune Slave, my lord?
Kill him. And then give this casket to the leaders of the Black Fist. It contains the plans for the invasion.
But my lord, I cannot conquer this rune warrior. I'm just a messenger, not a fighter.
I have complete confidence in you. Bring the casket to the Black Fist. I will give you a princely reward.
Lord. All right then. Die, rune slave!
Enemies beware.
Has the old man gone off?
As you predicted, my lord. He will move on to the Wildland Pass.
Good. The snare is slowly beginning to close. He will never return from there.
What will happen with the rune slave, my lord?
Kill him. And then give this casket to the leaders of the Black Fist. It contains the plans for the invasion.
But my lord, I cannot conquer this rune warrior. I'm just a messenger, not a fighter.
I have complete confidence in you. Bring the casket to the Black Fist. I will give you a princely reward.
Lord. All right then. Die, rune slave!
The lines must
What happened here?
Treason. I must get to Greyfell by the fastest route.
Mountain goblins have blocked that route. They're already setting up a camp. There is a rune monument right near. Summon your army there. It's the only way you can break through to Greyfell.
First, I must search for this traitor. The casket must be brought to the Order as quickly as possible.
Don't you want to search the traitor?